Before we actually get into the content of jQuery Mobile, I like to actually go through and just talk about HTML in general before we actually dive into jQuery Mobile. The reason why is to give us a little refresher of what HTML is. Now, keep in mind that HTML is a markup language, so you write your text and mark it up in different tags. That means you take text like, okay, my page heading will go here, and my paragraph text will go in this area. And then you mark it up using different tags. Like in this case, the heading tag will be marked up by H1. And then the paragraph tag, the regular text, will be marked up by a P tag. Now, what that does is the content on the right-hand side is it makes your header nice, big, and bold, and that will actually take it and use or make it a header for the content automatically. And all I needed to do in HTML was just go ahead and place those tags around the content that was going to be the header. Same thing with the paragraph. It'll take it and it'll make my paragraph text my actual just a normal paragraph area. Now you can manipulate that with CSS if you want to, but in this case, we're just marking up the text. Now with div tags, you then take content, it's like almost like grouping. You take that content, you wrap it around a div tag. That way you can apply different elements to that div tag. And this becomes really important inside of jQuery Mobile because you're going to be manipulating multiple lines of code and you're going to wrap it up inside of this div tag and tell it, okay, you're going to be a table, or you're going to be a button, or you're going to be a header. And that's the difference. That's why divs are really important when you're actually working with jQuery Mobile. Now, when it comes to div tags, they become like an invisible bounding box, like a grouping of different elements inside of it. Now, when it comes to jQuery Mobile, you then just start adding your attributes. Like you can say attribute sample, attribute goes here. And this will allow you to define the elements of what's the jQuery Mobile content that you're using, whether it's going to be tables, whether it's or you're going to be using this and defining those certain elements as a table, or you're going to be defining that element as a header or a footer or navbar or anything like that. That's how you go in and you add attributes to these div tags, or you add attributes to the different HTML sections, and that will actually tell once you've attached your CSS inside of your HTML and you've attached your JavaScript for jQuery, that will tell the jQuery language, the jQuery mobile language, that this is going to be a header or this is going to be a footer. And that will just automatically take care of how it's going to be formatted, how it's going to look. You still have the ability to change that at later times, but that's how easy jQuery Mobile is. You're not really working with JavaScript. You can at a later time, but in that case, it's actually just using normal jQuery. jQuery Mobile is just using these attributes, these attributes to actually mark up the language and make it look like a mobile optimized area or a mobile looking type of content or button or date picker or anything like that. So that's just a little bit of a review for the HTML markup and how it can actually be used inside it, or how it is used inside of jQuery Mobile.